Hi there makers, it is Jo here from Minerva, and today we are here with a learn to sew video, and today's video is all about making a raw edge neckband. You might choose to make a raw edge neckband if your fabric doesn't have such great stretch, or you've not had good success in putting a neckband on. You might find that you quite like it stylistically. It's a little bit of a different finish. If you want something with two colours, it also works well with that. Today I'm using the Inari tee and dress pattern from Named Clothing. So this is the t-shirt version. You can have it quite cropped. Mine's got a double hem, no splits in this one. It's got a lovely sleeve finish where the sleeve's folded, and you can have it finished with a neck facing, and the facing is attached so you can see it going up to the shoulder, and it makes like a really nice design line feature. But I'd like to make the dress today as a summer pull-on, sort of one you could take in your holiday wardrobe. And I'm going to have a go at making a raw edge neckline because I've got just the right blue jersey to match my fabric. On the Inari tee, there is a facing on the dress and a neckband on the t-shirt. I want to switch this out a little bit and put a raw edge neckband around the dress neck. This is the neckband piece. It's cut on the fold, and you need the direction of greatest stretch to be going across the fabric so that you get a stretch recovery. I'm going to cut a different size because this ordinarily would be folded in half, and that would create a folded neckband. I want my neckband to have raw edges. So in my case, I have changed the widths of the neckband. So I've got two pieces of fabric. You can do it with one colour or with two. I've just done it with two so that it's easier for you to see. So I have the blue neckband, which is 4 centimetres, and I have the coloured neckband, which is 2.5 centimetres. I've lined up the long edge. The pins in that direction are marking my shoulder points, and the pins in the other direction are just holding it down, and I'm going to base that in place. I'm going to use a long stretchy zigzag stitch so that I still have the stretch integrity of the neckband when I put it on the dress. At the moment I'm being quite gentle with my fabric because I don't want to stretch it. You can see it's curling over, which is what I want it to do, but if I stretch it on the direction of greatest stretch, these will roll over even more, but I don't want that to happen until I have attached it to the dress. I've got mine as a long straight piece. I'm going to join it at the end. In hindsight, I think I would have joined it in a ring so that I wouldn't have a raw edge seam at the end, but it was easier to show you with the fabric flat all of the measurements. So now I have got it into a ring, I can start thinking about putting it on my dress. You can see here that it's nice and stretchy, but I have that little join at the back, and I could eliminate that if I'd made it into 2 rings. Once you've got the shoulders together on your top or tee, you can then match up the notches. So I've got the shoulder point here. I have just broken some of my zigzag line to give me a little bit more stretch, but it's still basting the 2 layers together. As with all neckbands, you're looking for your neckband to be smaller than your neck opening, otherwise your neckband will fall forwards and it will look quite messy. So you want the raw edge to look intended, not like you've made a bit of a mess of the neckband. It's a good idea once you've pinned it on to sew it with a long seam allowance just to see, because then it's easy to take out if you need to readjust your neckband or change the length of it. So I'm going to sew around here with a stitch length 4 just to see what it's like. Check it still goes over my head. Make sure I'm getting the desired effect on the right side, and then I can go over that stitching line with a shorter length if I'm happy with the fit. You can add any other neck finishes that you like. You can overlock the edge, you can top stitch, you can add a zigzag, you can add a twin needle. It really doesn't matter. But what you want the fabric to do is you want to stretch it on the width grain on that direction of greatest stretch, and that will help it to curl over so that you get the two rolls and the colours of fabric. In this case I've got two colours. When you stretch it, it will roll into a tube and you will get a raw edge finish. I might put a label on the back there just to hold that join down on the centre back, but I won't have this here rolling down unless I had made two separate tubes and then joined them together. I basted mine flat and then joined them, so at the back there that is really stable. This is what it looks like on the back, so I have got that little bit of raw edge there, but I've got long hair so it'll be behind the back of my neck anyway. I'm going to finish putting this dress together, adding the sleeves, and I'll give you a little see of the finished edge when I'm wearing it. The sun has rather beautifully come out for me to show you this rolled neck edge. So there's two layers, and when you wash it, it just rolls back down and it doesn't fray because it's a t-shirt fabric. As I said before, I got hair that covers over the back, but I think I would definitely make the two bands separately so I get two rolls on the back. This is the Inari t-shirt and dress. It's got a really nice folded edge here. It's got a high-low hem with a split at the side. Lots of room here, even though it's quite fitted and goes down into a really nice silhouette at the bottom. It's ideal as a beach cover-up, holiday dress, t-shirt dress, and it's really, really comfortable. I really like the addition of a raw neck edge. Today I used an art gallery fabric. I think that might be out of stock by the time this video comes out, but you can also make this pattern really successfully with Minerva exclusive scuba fabric, so that would be a little bit firmer. You could definitely elevate the dress style a little bit more. You could use the top in our viscose jersey, and you could also use the viscose jersey in the raw edge technique. You might find with the scuba the raw edge technique might not work because you've got a very white background, so unless you have a white in your print and you want a little peep of white, then you need to consider what's on the reverse of your fabric. Other fabrics you can use for this pattern are cotton jerseys and bamboo jerseys. It is a knit pattern fabric, but people do size up and use woven fabrics too. I hope you enjoyed that video. It might be a way to make a neckband if your fabric isn't playing the game very well, or if you've put a neckband on and it's not working well, it's got some ripples and things. You can try, before you unpick it, you can try cutting it. So you could mark it with a marking tool and cut it so that one piece is longer than the other, and just see if it lies a little bit differently if it's got a raw edge. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just have to go back to the unpicker and cut your neckband again. Most neckband problems happen when you don't cut the fabric on the correct direction of greatest stretch. You can find out more information about applying neckbands. We've got a couple of videos on our YouTube channel, so if you put in the search bar at the top neckband, you'll get how to put one in flat, how to put one in a circle so that you pin at the shoulders and pin the centre points. And there's lots of other interesting learn to sew videos there too. We'd also love to see you over at our website, so do make a free account, share your makes there, take some photos, give a little description, have a look what other Minerva makers I've been up to, and you can also check out our fabrics there too. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.